Did you know that today is the International Day of Education? So in this video, my intention is to help you increase your financial education by sharing 5 great ways to invest $500 in 2022. Right after we take a moment to invest in the like button for the YouTube algorithm by giving it a quick tap. And boop, there we go. Now let's dive in. First of all, I'm not a financial advisor and I don't sell financial products and I don't give financial advice. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, okay? That said, the first investment we're going to talk about is putting $500 in your reserve account. Some people call this an emergency fund, contingency account, or rainy day account. Being a follower of the law of attraction, I prefer the term reserve account. The purpose of this account is to create a cushion between you and life's unexpected curveballs, whether your heating goes out in the middle of winter or you have to go to the doctor, stuff like that. This account is your safety net. It creates a feeling of stability because what could be a major financial setback becomes more of a minor inconvenience. So you could even call it your stability account. But without a reserve account, if you have an unexpected expense that you can't afford, then you're likely to borrow the money or sell off investments. So this account is like an insurance policy that keeps you out of consumer debt and protects your investments. $500 is not ultimately enough, but it's a start. And even a $500 buffer can be life-changing. Like when I was recovering from bankruptcy, I got a flat tire and I needed to replace it. Finances were so tight at that time that would have felt like a major crisis. But because I could pay for the new tire with cash from my reserve fund, it was only a minor inconvenience. Once you have $500 in your reserve account, you can also see if it makes sense to increase the deductible on your insurance if it's less than $500 now. And here's a ninja tip. Take the amount you're saving on monthly premiums and set up an auto transfer into your savings account or your investment account. So it starts working and growing for you instead of just getting spent on something else. For example, if raising your deductible saves you $20 a month on your insurance premiums, set up a $20 a month auto transfer. Now, where do you have this account? You want to keep it somewhere relatively easy to get to in case you need it, but separate from your personal checking account so you don't see it and get tempted to use it. I'd recommend having it in a high-yield savings account or a money market account so you can earn some decent interest on it. I'll post a link in the description to my favorite high-yield savings accounts in the US right now. And if you live outside the US, you can search online for high-yield savings accounts or even prize-linked savings accounts. Paul and I recently moved part of our reserve account to a prize-linked savings account with YOLO savings because these are so much fun and the average interest rate is pretty high. YOLO savings specifically is a regular FDIC insured account that gives you 0.2% on your money, which is 20 times what big banks like Bank of America and Wells Fargo are doing. But then you can also win more. For every $25 in your account, you get 1 ticket every week for their lottery, and each week you can win up to $10 million. I don't think you need a referral code to sign up, but if you use a referral code, you get an extra 100 tickets for the next week's lottery. So if you want to use my referral code, it's PENELOPEJANE, no spaces. If you use that, we both get free tickets. The second investment option is to invest $500 in an index fund, ideally inside of a retirement account that gives you tax breaks. $500 is a special number to me because if you're under 50 years old and you live in the United States, the maximum you can contribute to a Roth IRA for 2022 is $6,000, which works out to $500 a month when you break that up into 12 monthly chunks. I love, love, love the Roth IRA because it's the easiest way to become a tax-free millionaire. So I'll link in the description to a video I did about how that works, including a really cool loophole for what to do if you make too much money to contribute directly to a Roth IRA. If you live in Canada, the nearest equivalent is a TFSA. And if you live in the UK, the nearest equivalent is an ISA that lets you invest in stocks and shares. But even a regular brokerage account, which you should be able to open pretty much anywhere in the world, will typically let you invest in index funds. If you don't already have a brokerage account, I'll link in the description to a step-by-step demo video of how to get started. Now, let's talk about index funds. One popular long-term investment strategy is to just buy and hold index funds. And I'll share exactly what that means and how it works in just a sec. To be fully transparent, this isn't my absolute favorite strategy in the world, but what I do really like about it, and the reason I bring it up here, is it's easy and you can put it on autopilot. And I like that. And that makes it a great place to start because if you're anything like most of the financial coaching clients I work with, you're busy. And if it takes too much time to implement your investment strategy, or if it's too confusing and complicated, it's not going to happen. A stock market index is a measurement of a section of the market, like a basket of a bunch of stocks. Imagine you have a big basket full of Easter eggs, and each Easter egg is a different stock. Tesla, Google, Amazon, Starbucks, they're all together in this big basket. When you invest in a fund that tracks that index, you own a little piece of that whole basket. So you own a little tiny bit of everything in there. If you're not familiar with index funds, here's how they work. You can't invest in an index itself, but there are funds that pool investors' money together and do their best to mirror or mimic the index. They buy the stocks that are listed on that index. So the fund is going to do pretty much what the index does. If you want to learn more about using index funds as part of your long-term investment strategy and see a step-by-step demo of me investing some of my actual money in an index fund, I'll link in the description to that video too. Then investment number 3 is to buy something that you can flip or resell for more money. And then you can even repeat this process over and over again. One of my mastermind buddies flips washers and dryers. Sometimes he can even get them for free, and he knows how to fix the most common problems with them. Then he can resell them. I heard of another guy making $100,000 a year in profit just by flipping couches on Craigslist. And I know a 14-year-old kid who flips laptops for extra money. This obviously requires more time and energy than putting money in an index fund where you can just set it and forget it. I mean, you're basically starting a part-time job, side gig, side hustle, flipping stuff. But you can turn your $500 into a lot more money and then invest the profits in more long-term passive investments. But even if you just do a little bit of flipping on the side that allows you to invest an extra $500 a month at 10%, that turns into over $380,000 in 20 years and over $1.1 million in 30 years. And then investment number 4 is to YOLO into crypto. That's short for cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and YOLO stands for you only live once, as in you only live once, so why not put $500 into crypto and see what happens? So even though crypto is volatile and risky, this is an example of asymmetric risk. What that means is you're risking a small amount of money for a huge potential gain. Let's say you're willing to just kiss your entire $500 goodbye. But you could get a 100% or 9,000% ROI. Crypto has outperformed every other asset over every other time period. If you invested $500 in Bitcoin 12 months ago, you'd have more than doubled your money. If you invested $500 in Ethereum 12 months ago, you'd have over $3,000 today. If you invested $500 in Dogecoin, you'd have almost $30,000. And if you invested $500 in Solana, you'd have almost $50,000. That's insane. And that's why a lot of experts are starting to recommend having a small percentage of your portfolio, like 1 to 5% in crypto. Because if you were to lose everything, it's a small enough percentage of your overall portfolio that it's not gonna make that big a difference, but the potential upside is so big that you could potentially grow your money a lot faster. If you're new to crypto, I wouldn't bother trying to discover the latest hot meme coin that's gonna go to the moon, because there are a ton of scams in the crypto world, and even most legitimate projects don't pan out. So you'll probably want to stick with coins that have been around for a while, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, where you can see their track record and already have billions and billions of dollars invested in them. If you want to learn more about investing in crypto, I encourage you to check out the Bitcoin and crypto playlist on my YouTube channel. And that leads us to potential investment number 5, which is to invest in your education. You are your number 1 asset. And for just $500 or less, there are a ton of awesome home study courses, online programs, seminars, and events that can give you the knowledge and skills in a particular area to make a lot more money. You could potentially turn that knowledge into hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars over time. For example, I invested in an online home study course on how to launch a successful YouTube channel, and that information has massively shortened my learning curve in launching this channel, which is something that I was dreaming about for like 5 years. Plus, I've already generated tens of thousands of dollars in extra income from my YouTube channel in less than a year, even though my channel isn't monetized to earn ad revenue yet. Whatever you can do to invest in your financial education, how to make, save, manage, invest, and protect your money is probably going to pay dividends for the rest of your life and beyond your life, since you'll be in a position to leave a legacy to your family and or causes you believe in. And at this point, I feel like I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't mention my Financial Freedom 101 event, because I think you'd get a lot out of it. It's online, so you can attend from anywhere in the world with an internet connection. And in just 3 days, you'll get the tools to become financially free forever. Tickets are on sale on my website for $497. But I'll make you a deal. If you use the magic link in the description to register, you'll only be charged a $97 seat deposit, which you will then get back a few days after attending the event. So this is actually a full scholarship, which means that you can still turn around and invest your $500 another way. So check out the link in the description to get all the details. And if it's a fit, get your full scholarship before the event sells out. I would love to see you there. As always, if you found this helpful, please tap the like button on this video if you haven't already done that, because it really does make a difference. And if you'd like to see more videos from me around personal finance, money management, saving, investing, and financial freedom, make sure to subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon so you see when I make a new video. Thanks for watching, and happy investing.